local community. From a small dent to major collision repair, Hamilton Paint and Body is here for you. Owners Brett and Kim Guin would like to say thank you for your business.
Northwest Alabama Heating and Cooling, blowing away our competition.
Hello, I'm Richard Kitchens, owner of Sports Gallery here on the Court Square in Hamilton. I'd like to thank all of our customers and thank you for watching the Hamilton City Council meeting.
Hi, my name is Randy Whitehead, President and CEO of People's Trust Bank. I invite you to view the live streaming of Hamilton City Council meetings every first and third Monday at 6 o'clock p.m.
In your perfect stay at the Holiday Inn in Guin off of I-22. Enjoy our amazing on-site restaurant and bar with a lunch buffet every Sunday. Relax with a quick getaway with your family and make a splash in our outdoor pool. Book your next event with us. Call us at 205-468-4625.
I'm Rick Chambliss with Marion County Funeral Home and Spry Memorial Chapel in Russellville, Alabama. This is Glenda Cochran, our manager out here. Under the laws of Alabama that was passed in 2002, a funeral establishment has to be certified with the state and carry a certificate of authority before they can even talk to anyone when the time comes is guaranteed to be there.
Since 1987, Smith Furniture has been in business to serve the community with high quality furniture at the best price. Some of our name brands are Homestretch, Ashley, Lazy Boy, Catnapper, Lane, Bar Bassett, GE, Frigidaire, Whirlpool, and Maytag. We offer finance in 12 months, same as cash. So stop by Fulton, Mississippi and see Jim, Shannon, and Joe at Smith's Furniture or call us at 662-862-7412.
Tom Bigby Electric Cooperative was formed for the need for electricity to the local citizens that were living in the rural areas of Marion, Lamar, and portions of Fayette counties. This line consisted of 12 miles and 22 consumers on the road from Guin to Sulligent. Between then and now, there has been a lot of hard work and dedication from a great number of people to make this cooperative what it is today. Tom Bigby Electric Corporation would like to thank each member. You can contact us today at 205-921-6712.
Your story starts at Bevel State Community College. Whether you are just starting out or starting over, Bevel State has an opportunity that is right for you. With 5 locations serving 7 counties, you don't have to go far to start your own success story. Plus, with tuition lower than 4-year colleges, you won't need to spend more for a great education. Visit us online at bscc.edu to learn about your options for seamless academic transfer and high-demand career tech and health science offerings. Let us help you tell your story.
Our meeting to order, and thank each of you for coming tonight. Some of you are on the agenda tonight, and we may allow 1 or 2 others to speak that's not on the agenda, but we'll try to work through. We've got about 13 items on our agenda tonight, which is a little longer than normal, but I appreciate you coming. We, as you know, have had quite a thing going on in our community. We've spent several days working with our water system and recovering from a catastrophic ice storm and cold weather that put us down for a few days, but we've recovered nicely, and in all that time I think we've given away over 7 million containers of water courtesy of the city, and we try to not let people go without, even though we couldn't put it through the pipes to you all the time. We try to make sure that your drinking water needs were not neglected. We've had some sleepless nights over our situation, and I want to thank those that stayed solid in the trenches and helped us to recover. Some of those folks were the EMA from Marion County Commission, Baptist Men's Disaster Relief, Walmart, Coca-Cola, UN Water, RAMP volunteers, our attorney. He did a great job helping us get messages out. Our police, Fire Street, our very dedicated Water Department, our Representative Tracy Estes, our Senator, and this council that I serve with. They were wonderful and attentive to the needs of the people, and thank all of you for being such good, splendid people and worked so hard to make sure that we endured to see this thing through. We'll be talking some more. Of course, Rural Water worked with us. Mr. Jeff Palmer, that is their technician, worked closely with us. Rodney, of course, was there. Wayne Mays was busy keeping us updated on our Facebook page. And so we just got so many people to thank. And I hate to start thanking folks because someone gets left out, but we have more and more folks that we think of that need to have a special thanks for helping us through this time. And we hope we never face it again. We won't say we won't, but I hope we can have as good a team together if we do have to go through another crisis as we had this time, to be responsive and dedicated to help us to recover. Just want to say those things. We always have a invocation and pledge of allegiance before we start. So if you'll join me, I'd ask you to stand with me, please. Our Father in heaven, we pause just to thank you for such a beautiful day. Lord, you send the weather, and we accept it, Lord, in the order that comes. Father, we thank you for all the things of life. You are the creator of all, and we recognize you as that tonight. Be with us in this meeting tonight as we go forward. Let it be done in a tasteful way that everyone would go away and say, Hamilton has something good to offer to its citizens. Let us always be on guard for the things that we need to do for our fellow man, whether it be involvement with the city or on a personal basis. Lord, I ask you to be the leaders of our nation. There's upcoming events, Lord, even that we see on the horizon. We know that you'll be in those too. We ask, Lord, to bless us in Christ's name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Item 1 on our agenda tonight, moving right into our meeting, would be to approve the minutes from the January 22nd, 2024 council meeting.
I make a motion.
Got a move from Ross to approve those minutes. Sherry seconds. Those in favor? Thank you very much. Recommendation to approve the accounts payable bills for January 2024. This is our debts that are due, so I'd like to have a motion to pay our bills.
Aye.
Scott Robertson made the motion. We need a second. Siri made the second. Those in favor of paying our January bills?
Mayor, I need to abstain on one invoice that I have.
We understand. Sometimes Wade does some work for us, and he has to abstain when he has a bill in the file. That's okay, Wade. We appreciate the good work you do. Recommendation to change the date of our next scheduled city council meeting to Tuesday, February the 20th, due to Monday being the President's Day holiday. We need a motion to change that date.
Motion.
A motion, second. All those in favor of changing one day? All right, that'll be moving from the 19th to the 20th. And if you're a garbage customer, keep in mind, we'll double you up on Tuesday. If you're a Monday customer, we'll catch yours on Tuesday. Item 4 is a recommendation to renew the municipal site plan membership with Air Med Care Network for the amount of $24,041. This will cover the time period from March 3, 24 to March 3, 25. That's when our contract with them is up. But does everybody understand what this is? This is for our citizens in Hamilton that need a emergency helicopter ride to the hospital. You can get AVAC through our contract that we keep for all the citizens, and they'll call the helicopter for you and take you to an outlying hospital should an emergency arise. That's a perk that the city does, and we pay $24,000 a year for that contract. It's not available today. If we didn't renew it, we couldn't rebuy it, so we're going to keep it. So, with that said, we'd like to have a motion to renew this.
I'll make one.
I think this started in your administration.
Yeah, we were the first city that did this, and others followed, but not everybody kept doing it. But once you get out, you can't get back in.
All right. Need a second on that?
I say,
Scott Tower seconds. Those in favor of renewing this contract? Okay. Item 5 is the recommendation to declare the week of February the 18th through February 24th as Arbor Week in the city of Hamilton. Trees will be given away on February the 20th from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. here at the City Hall. Our forestry folks are nice to bring those seedlings down here. Someone would need trees, of course, they could come by that morning and pick them up. Let's declare Arbor Week.
I'll make that motion.
We got a motion from Scott Tyra. Second from Ross. And let's all vote for that. It's a good thing. Let's all plant a tree. We need more trees to help with the oxygen levels, for goodness sakes. Item 6 is a recommendation to approve paying the workers' compensation bill of $79,341, which will be applied to the annual premium of $98,226. The balance of $18,885 will be paid once an audit of our payroll and contractors have been conducted. Sometimes that varies up or down a little bit. Is that correct, Angela? So basically, we've received our first billing. It's $98,000. They've asked us to go ahead and pay the $79,000. So we need to pay that up.
I'll make it.
Got a motion from Wade Williams. We need a second. Scott Robertson. Those in favor of paying our workman's comp? Thank you. Goes up every year, folks. We can count on it. We have guests in the room. Miss Sarah Emerson, Miss Beth Sankville. They're here from the Marion County Domestic Violence Task Force, and would like to address the mayor and council about their upcoming supply drive for Safe Place. Come on front forward, ladies. Just approach the podium if you'd like. There's a microphone if you need one.
Good evening. My name is Sarah Emerson. I'm the secretary of the Marion County Domestic Violence Task Force. This is Beth with me. She is the outreach program manager, and she is a court advocate for Marion and Winston County for Safe Place. And we are both here representing Marion County Domestic Violence Task Force, DVTF for short. If you hear me say that, that's what I'm talking about. And so we are a 501c3 volunteer-led nonprofit, and we have 3 main goals. We have advocacy and awareness, trying to break the silence of domestic violence here in Marion County. We provide training at schools, law enforcement, and we also raise funds and supplies to assist local domestic violence survivors in Safe Place. You know, domestic violence is a real issue here in Marion County, including here in the city of Hamilton. Oftentimes it's tied to drugs and other crime, and it's something that we see almost every day, if not every week, here in our local area. And even the state of Alabama recognizes domestic violence as a crime because there should be safety in relationships. So Safe Place is another nonprofit based in Florence, and we partner with them as Beth and other advocates work here in our local area, but they also have a shelter here in Marion County at an undisclosed location. At the shelter, they house local, area-wide domestic violence survivors and their family. law enforcement partners over our shelter. They're able to get people in the shelter, and it has been a great resource since it opened in 2019. They have been very busy since they opened in 2019. As I said, Beth is our court advocate, and she travels to different courts here, including in Hamilton, and works with our survivors of domestic violence. So, DDTF, we have a few different main events that we do throughout the year. We're known for our golf tournament in October, as well as Domestic Violence Awareness Month and Purple Thursday. But in the spring, we do our annual supply drive. And we do it through the month of February. And we are raising supplies for Safe Place. And our goal is what's raised here stays here. So what we raise here in Marion County, we want it to stay in Marion County and go to help victims and survivors of domestic violence here in Marion County. So we are raising supplies through the month of February, and we're going to do the finale on March 1st at Shoppers Value here in Hamilton. You can drop off supplies at Shoppers Value or our local collection place, and if anyone, any church, any organization, business wants to become a drop-off location, they can get in contact with us, either through email or Facebook Messenger or by calling, and we will be happy to get them the information. We are putting up flyers throughout Marion County with the list of things that are needed by shelter. This was provided to us from Safe Place, as well as we have another flyer that has a QR code that goes straight to an Amazon link where there are needs posted as well. And so we are happy to answer any questions. We are very grateful for the support that the City of Hamilton has provided us, especially the last few years through Purple Thursday, through our supply drives. And we are just glad to be a part of a community that takes this issue seriously. Becky, have anything?
I think you've covered most everything, but I do want to say thank you to the mayor, to the city council, and to the community for the continued support that we have received for our organization. We can't do it without your help, so thank you.
Is this your first supply drive, or?
No, we do it every year. And so it used to be in October along with Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And 2 years ago, we decided to move it to February to try to spread out our awareness programming throughout the year. And so October was really congested with our golf tournament, with domestic violence awareness and the supply drive. To last year was our first year. We moved it from October of 22 to February of 23, and it was a great success. Every year it goes great. But before we had a shelter here in Marion County in 19, everything was going up to Shoals. But now that we have a shelter here in Marion County, pretty much what we raise stays here. And that's our goal as an organization.
Y'all take goods and cash, I guess, or do you rather have goods?
We will take whatever donations. And so any monetary donations can be made to the Marion County Domestic Violence Task Force. We write checks to Safe Place, to other vendors. We also pay for things for local survivors. It can also be written to Safe Place. That they take donations as well. But we have, like I said, a various list of items.
Give us the top 5 items of what you would
Oh goodness. It's a very long list. I would say they're always looking for towels and sheets. I would say hygiene products are a big deal. And you know, we're primarily dealing with women and children. There are some men that go in the shelter, up in the Shoals area shelter. But here in Marion County, we are primarily dealing with women and children. And so that's something to take into consideration too when we're gathering supplies.
Any comments from the council?
Do you have any extra?
Yes. I'm happy to provide some copies for the council here.
We'll try to get active some way. We might have to get a group together and say, this is our effort for the Safe Place, but we really want to help you guys, and I think we have, in fact. But
most of the individuals that come in the shelter usually just have the clothes on their back, and so we provide everything. We don't want them to have to worry about anything when they come in. It's from food to clothing to, I mean, everything you see on this list plus more. So just imagine if all you had was the clothes on your back, what else would you need?
yeah. Well, thank y'all so much for being with us tonight, and it's good work that y'all do. And very, very rewarding work to see how you help someone out of a terrible situation. I know it has its rewards.
Well, thank you for letting us come, and if there's anything that we can do to partner with the city, just let us know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, if I can get her name, I think we've got some cases of soaps and stuff when we changed franchise names that
Absolutely.
we'd love to give to somebody good. Are y'all leaving?
Yes, but I'll come around and give you my information.
Sorry to interrupt. Okay, thank you. Okay, item 8 is a recommendation to approve the annexation of a property located at 4828 Steel Street in Hamilton, Alabama. This property joins property that is already listed in the city limits of Hamilton, and we would do this under ordinance 2024-1, and that would be an additional property to the corporate limits of Hamilton, Alabama. We have a petition signed and we have our ordinance ready, so if y'all are ready to make the motion.
I'll second.
We got a motion and a second to do this annexation. Those in favor? Thank you.
And I'm to abstain.
Okay.
And Mayor, to be clear, that this is done by petition by unanimous consent. So all property owners have signed the unanimous consent on the petition. That was the method that we went through.
Otherwise, we'd have a public hearing.
That's
is that
correct. Right.
Okay. All property owners adjoining this property have consented to this annexation to keep us within the boundaries. Number 9 is the announcing of hiring of James Tanner Burleson as a new A-Post law enforcement certified police officer for the city of Hamilton. And James Burleson will be coming to us. When will he employ?
We're not certain on his employment start date, but it'll probably be within 2 weeks. He's going to work out a notice with his current agency.
He's working on a notice right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. We're proud to get James. He comes highly recommended. And we would recommend to pay Officer Burleson for this position $21.84 per hour. And we'd need a motion and a second to pay him.
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion, need a second.
Second.
Got a second from Scott over here. And those in favor? Thank you very much. Item 11, recommendation to approve an adjustment on everyone's upcoming water bill to help compensate for the water outage incurred during the recent ice storm. The plan is to adjust the bill by 1/2 of each consumer water usage. Every person will pay half a bill on their water if they have. And then garbage, of course, would remain the same. Half your water bill, you'll pay your garbage bill. So that would be the motion that would be recommended. Somebody got a motion?
Second.
A second. Those in favor of adjusting those by 1/2? Okay.
And that will be the bill you get in March. The bill you get now, this week or next week, is from December.
Yeah.
It's a month out. It takes a few days to get all the meters in, but then you time you get it billed out, it actually be the first week of March. So
Yeah.
somebody's
Yeah.
expecting this next bill, it
The
will be there.
the very next bill, the half bill. Okay. Item 12 is a recommendation to renew a $2 million certificate of deposit at People's Trust Bank for an additional 3 months. It's matured, and we would be receiving a rate of 4.32% for that money for 90 more days.
Make a motion.
Boss made a motion.
I'll second.
A second by Scott Tower. Those in favor? Thank you. Now, we have guest Richard Jensen with us tonight, and he's going to address the mayor and council. And Mr. Jensen, if you'll come on up front.
Hey. Just a couple of these over. This is part of the
You can use the mic.
I don't really want to use that thing. It's scary. Morning, afternoon, evening. How you doing? How's everybody?
Good.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Rich Jessup. Thank you to the Mayor and City Council for giving me this time to address everybody. And I've got a couple things on my little agenda here. But most of all, what I want to do here is thank people. Due to the gracious, kind, and generous people of Hamilton, we got through the water crisis with minimal hardship. I saw everybody pitched in. Thank you. It was great. Also, a big thumbs up to the first responders and the city employees of Hamilton. Thank you. However, the reason I asked to speak this evening was to try and make an important point and ask a big question. What can we do to prevent future problems and provide potential growth for Hamilton and Marion County? To ask that question, I would like to read a letter to the editor of the Journal Record dated 1/31/24, written by Mr. Joe Ham. Is Mr. Ham present by any chance? If not, and with everybody's permission, I shall begin. Letter to the editor, entitled, Rebuild Hamilton's Critical Infrastructure, a Call to Action. And it reads, Dear citizens and city leaders, in the heart of Hamilton, a town striving for greater economic growth and prosperity, we face a critical challenge that demands our immediate attention. Over the past year, our community has experienced not one, but two major water outages, bringing to light a dire need for the revitalization of our water and sewer system. Reports from concerned citizens echo a troubling reality. Water leaks without prompt attention, water lines susceptible to bursting, insufficient pumping capacity, water tanks without necessary reserve capacity, and an overall lack of redundancy. Our city sewage system is also in disrepair, and we lack the resources to maintain our existing water and sewer systems or connect new users. Amidst these pressing issues, it is disheartening that significant financial resources have been directed towards projects such as a new sports facility, playgrounds, and walking track improvements. While those endeavors contribute to our citizens' recreational opportunities, it is crucial at this time to reassess our priorities. Hamilton must focus its efforts on the foundational elements of our city infrastructure, water, sewer, and roads. These are not luxuries. These are the lifeblood of our city, sustaining every resident's health, safety, and well-being. It is time to place the urgent needs of our infrastructure at the forefront of our civic agenda. City leadership plays a pivotal role in guiding our community towards a brighter future. We call upon our elected officials to acknowledge and address these critical issues head-on, allocating resources and prioritizing the repair and improvement of our water and sewer systems must be an immediate and unwavering commitment. We cannot rely solely on federal and state grants to fund our long-term infrastructure needs. These critical items must be part of every city's annual budget. Due to our limited resources, this will mean making some hard decisions and postponing our spending in other areas. Equally important is the need for an informed and engaged citizenry. We urge our fellow residents to demand accountability from our city leaders, ensuring that essential infrastructure projects take precedence over other expenditures. I encourage you to attend the next City Council meeting, bring a neighbor, and voice your concerns. Let us come together as a community, united by the shared goal of securing a reliable and resilient future for Hamilton. In the face of adversity, we have an opportunity to demonstrate the strength and unity that define us. Now is the time for action. Action that will safeguard the well-being of our community and better position Hamilton for future growth. This is written by Mr. Joe Ham, a concerned citizen of Hamilton, Alabama. He put it better than I could ever have. That's why I wanted to read the letter. Thank you very much. Here's a couple comments. Thank you.
Mr. Chesson, we appreciate your resharing this with us, and be it known that we pass a budget every year for our water department. At least $2 million or more is set aside as water and sewer expenses for the years. Many times we exceed that budget for unknown reasons, things that have to be done. But we are doing improvements. We've done lots of improvements to not only our water treatment facility, but also to our wastewater treatment facility. In my past administration and working with this council, we've addressed those needs. Currently, for recovery purposes, we're looking for alternate sites now to hook onto while we maintain our current system. We are also looking, if we have another crisis, we want to recover quicker than we did this past time. But we have to get permission, of course, and engineer these things. And we've got some studies that we're doing right now, and you'll be seeing action on those matters real soon also. Just want to assure you we're not sitting here with our head in the sand and doing nothing, Mr. Chesson. We are aware of our needs. We do want to grow. We mentioned growth, and we're striving to make Hamilton not a big metropolis, but a city that can have brand name stores and restaurants, and we have wonderful merchants already, but we want to have more of those, and just so that we can bring more shoppers to town. We don't want our people having to go to Florence or Tupelo or Birmingham to do their shopping. We want them to have everything that meets their needs right here in Hamilton. So our goals are there, and we really, these are educators. This man's going to be a senator one day. He's making a lawyer right now. Former mayor. This man owns his business. This lady is retired from education. He's been in education also in the manufactured housing industry. I'm the dumb one sitting up here, I'll promise you. These people are astute folks, and they're going to make things, good things happen in Hamilton. They won't be sitting here with blinders on, I promise. I really promise you that, because these folks are on top of their game. Mr. Joel Howell comes tonight just for a brief, he was not on our agenda, but asked for a few minutes, and I'm going to grant those to Joel.
This fits in with what he said, but
okay.
And I'm going to make these comments. I want y'all to know that I had a prior life where a lot of that for 40 years was involved in water treatment, and I also have an engineering degree. But I know you're going to work to improve the system, but I'd like to kind of real quickly cover 3 areas that I hope you look at.
Okay.
The first one is source of water. And last summer, when the mud hit the river and we were unable to treat the water, and I was without for 4 or 5 days, my question was, why are we trying to treat river water? And I still have that question. I know you had a lot of problems in January, but I think the straw that broke the camel's back was, again, the treatment system. I heard several comments, and I'm not sure exactly what the problems were at the treatment system.
Chemical feeds problem.
Well, I heard one comment that the river water was too cold and the calcising process wasn't working properly, which I don't quite understand that, but I still say that treating river water is a whole lot harder than treating well water. So I know that there's issues with well water like iron and manganese. And the treatment process doesn't necessarily look the same as it would for trying to remove solids from the river. But well water is consistent. It's the same 365 days out of the year. So once you get your treatment set up, it never changes. It's not like trying to chase solids in the river. Well, that's enough on that one. The second one, I know there's a capacity issue because it took 5 days to get enough water in the Rabbit Hill tank for me to have normal pressure. I had about 20 pounds of pressure for the first 4 or 5 days that I had water back. So, y'all, I know y'all are looking at capacity. I don't know if that's pumps, the treatment system, probably a little of both. Third area, and this is one that I found out over the years that can really add to the capacity, is reliability. And I would hope that we can get more into the analyze and repair mode as opposed to run it till it breaks mode, which I'm afraid right now we're too much in that mode. So I would say that one of the most important things you can look at is reliability. And there's ways to analyze pumps, tell when they're losing capacity and so forth, before the pump totally fails and replace the rotor and so forth. So I appreciate your time, and I look forward to having an improved water system.
Joel, after you were mentioning your pressure and all, I think Rodney went out and found a place where, how much water went through that spot over near Rabbit Hill?
That was a meter actually that off of the Rabbit Hill tank. 1 meter went through 348,000 gallons of water. When we read the meter, we were doing our normal meter reading.
We found 8 sites that were broken and unreported when we read our meters.
Yeah, I can believe that.
1 million gallons of water was poured through those meters.
But
8 sites.
You know, when you lose water flow and it's 9 degrees that night, it probably really is a perfect storm. Because I'm sure a lot of
those meters need to have been cut off a week ago, but nobody reported them. Some of them were abandoned houses, and you know, it's just.
But still, I still say there's a. I know y'all know.
I knew Mr. Jessen had come to us from Wisconsin. Is that correct?
That's right.
I was reading online that today 71% of Wisconsin wells are contaminated with PFAS, all kinds of debris in their water, including plastic chips and you name it. 71% of the wells contaminated. The water is high in nitrate and radon, noxious algae blooms emerging in the water. Not to mention the Mississippi River bordered, the nastiest river in the country, bordered Wisconsin. So Wisconsin had a few water problems.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Jessen.
every winter we had big problems. The pipes would freeze.
There's a lot of things going on with water right now, and it's not perfect everywhere, but I'm going to bet on the old Buddy Hatchie. We had a spring and 9 wells. ADM asked us to shut them down years ago. Rodney, do you know how many years ago the wells disappeared here in Hamilton?
It was before 92.
About 1992, it says you're in the aquifer, you're interfering with what's down there. Get out of the well business, go to the river. So we've got an outstanding treatment plant on the river. And it's just I talked to an engineer who knows water inside and out, and he said we have an elite water purification system, one of the best in the region. So it's not an old worn out system, folks. It's had some malfunctions and problems, but most of them were created by acts of nature that we couldn't really prevent. But I'm not going to take our side against your side, or we're not going to side up tonight. We're just going to say we're going to do better. we're going to do better because we're going to get backup for our water system so we can recover if we have another catastrophe. And we're going to continue to maintain our system and use it properly because it's going to serve our community even in growth. We've got the potential to expand that water treatment system again to a higher capacity, and we plan to do that. It's going to take a little time, but we plan to do that. But things are going to be good in Hamilton, Alabama. They're already good. You can walk down our street and you don't dodge bullets. We have a safe community, and by and large, except for a few cold days in the winter, we have one of the best climates around, and it's just an amazing, beautiful part of the world. Green, it's not arid, it's not brown all the time. I love Alabama. I love Hamilton a bunch. I mean, I can't think of a better place to raise a family or grow a family than right here. Schools are good. What can I say? Any comments?
I think we can add anything else.
Anything?
I think it is important to note, and just so you understand that, a lot of these problems, and even, there was 3 different events that caused those delays, and these problems at the plant were actually a part of the plant that was a year old. I mean, this is not old, worn out stuff. This is a malfunction in a new part. So I just think that's something that is important to point out, because obviously the city's addressing a lot of those other issues. That's just just an unfortunate thing. And people working on dams this summer. I mean, it's just kind of crazy things, but those type of things.
My thanks still goes out to everybody that helps us in the recovery. I do appreciate it so much. We needed that help and we got it. I need a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion. There's a second.
Second.
Both our Scots are ready to adjourn this meeting. All in favor? Thank y'all for coming tonight.
Local community. From a small dent to major collision repair, Hamilton Paint and Body is here for you. Owners Brett and Kim Guin would like to say thank you for your business.
Northwest Alabama Heating and Cooling, blowing away our competition.
Hello, I'm Richard Kitchens, owner of Sports Gallery here on the Court Square in Hamilton. I'd like to thank all of our customers, and thank you for watching the Hamilton City Council meeting.
Hi, my name is Randy Whitehead, President and CEO of People's Trust Bank. I invite you to view the live streaming of Hamilton City Council meetings every first and third Monday at 6:00 p.m.
In your perfect stay at the Holiday Inn in Guin off of I-22. Enjoy our amazing on-site restaurant and bar with a lunch buffet every Sunday. Relax with a quick getaway with your family and make a splash in our outdoor pool. Book your next event with us. Call us at 205-468-4625.
I'm Rick Chambliss with Marion County Funeral Home and Spry Memorial Chapel in Russellville, Alabama. This is Glenda Cochran, our manager out here. Under the laws of Alabama that was passed in 2002, a funeral establishment has to be certified with the state and carry a certificate of authority before they can even talk to anyone when the time comes. Is guaranteed to be there.
Since 1987, Smith Furniture has been in business to serve the community with high-quality furniture at the best price. Some of our name brands are Homestretch, Ashley, Lazy Boy, Catnapper, Lane, Bar Bassett, GE, Frigidaire, Whirlpool, and Maytag. We offer finance in 12 months, same as cash. So stop by Fulton, Mississippi and see Jim, Shannon, and Joe at Smith's Furniture, or call us at 662-862-7412.
Tom Bigby Electric Cooperative was formed for the need for electricity to the local citizens that were living in the rural areas of Marion, Lamar, and portions of Fayette counties. This line consisted of 12 miles and 22 consumers on the road from Guin to Sulligent. Between then and now, there has been a lot of hard work and dedication from a great number of people to make this cooperative what it is today. Tom Bigby Electric Corporation would like to thank each member. You can contact us today at 205-921-6712.
Your story starts at Bevel State Community College. Whether you are just starting out or starting over, Bevel State has an opportunity that is right for you. With 5 locations serving 7 counties, you don't have to go far to start your own success story. Plus, with tuition lower than 4-year colleges, you won't need to spend more for a great education. Visit us online at bscc.edu to learn about your options for seamless academic transfer and high-demand career tech and health science offerings. Let us help you tell your story.